My blissful gorgeous self, when the Spanish soldiers were invading South America in Brazil, near Amazon, they saw a city full of mansions and palaces and temples made of gold, shining, illuminating. They showed it to other soldiers, and the chief commanded to attack and conquer it by the night. And he said, and he allured, that we will drink our wine and have sex with their ladies at all night. And they drove and drove and drove their horses faster and faster. But even by the evening, the distance did not reduce. Days and weeks they drove their horses. And others tried to reach it but failed even to come near it. They named it El Dorado. It's still a mystery as Shambhala, as Shangri-La, as Al-Kufa and other mystic places. We see UFO, that is unidentified object. We see UFOs, we see spaceships, we see ghosts and goblins and apparitions and vampires and devils and demons, but not as a common social object of our age. In the North and South Poles, in the Himalayas, with the yogis, with Mahavatar Baba, with Ramlal Yogi, as Perfume Baba, we have glimpses of such dimensions of existence, their dimensions of existence, but we have no free access to their dimensions, their realms, my dear friends. Srimad Bhagavatam, its fifth canto, enters a topic of whole huge part of the earth, which was open for humans, but now, since the last 5,000 years, it has become part of the subtle world, astral world, okay? Only those can have access to them who are risen to high levels of dharma and tapa and broad perspective and vitality and willpower. When Srimad Bhagavatam was written, it was open for all of us. It seems in the time of King Janmejaya, the historic king, this drastic change in nature took place. His father, King Parikshit, has travelled to these cities and countries and highly respected he was due to his family relationship with Sri Krishna Bhagavan. But now, in course of these 5,000 years, it has become almost unbelievable among the intellectuals. Although Hindu popes and Shankaracharya and Mahamandaleshwaras and people of spiritual caliber believe it, and many of them have seen it, as they reported me when I was traveling in the Himalayas. But regular normal pandits and priests and Bhagavad orators, they don't understand it, and so they completely escape this part of fifth canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, my dear friends. Western intelligentsia will not believe it. ISKCON devotees believe it, but have no time to make research on it and try to make it part of our earth. Modern generation in India is too busy in money making, earning, and have no time from working for livelihood. Scholars are just book leakers of the West, and modern orators and listeners avoid and they escape and dismiss it through many stupid logics. Therefore, because I like and I love this subject so much, that when I commented Srimad Bhagavatam, this part of Srimad Bhagavatam, in the night, I used to travel to those landscapes exactly as I read world geography in 5th grade I used to fly in dreams, resting on treetops and hilltops, exploring Himalayas and Alps and Allegheny and Rockies and rivers and beautiful spots all over the world. Same way I traveled all over the terrestrial globe as I commented. So my dear friends, so it may be, you can call it an astral trip, but it was very interesting, and you can also do that. Okay, so I can take you in an astral trip. King Parikshit ji asked to Shukdev ji Maharaj, enlightened saint, Holy Sire, I know as far as sun and the moon and the stars shine up, light up and illuminates are visible are the areas of the planet Earth which is surrounded by 7 oceans and 7 dvipas. Now I wish to know this in details with their stretch and characteristic features. I am confident by expanding my mind with expansion of the world, it will become extra refined, then it will be qualified to address, it will be transparent enough to address it into the vast expansion of the Absolute Brahma, or on the vastness of the magical Leelas of Bhagavan Vasudeva. And Sri Shukdev Ji Maharaj said, even with the whole lifetime of the celestials, we cannot describe the vast display of Bhagavan Vasudeva's Maya and his illusory potency and his work. So, I can only inform you, O King Parikshit, only briefly, whatever parts of the earth scientists and geographers and historians and excavators have discovered, that is fine. But to the yogis and in the eyes of Bhagavan, the earth is far bigger and miraculous. For example, the discoverer of the source of Nile river says he succeeded in finding it out by the help of Indian Puranas. It was Tibetan yogis who first told about 2 sea-merged continents, Atlantis and Lemuria. They sank in the ocean more than 900 years before Socrates. Same way, Bermuda Triangle and Death Valley and mystic spots of the earth are mysterious places on which no scientists but yogis alone can shed some light which can be trustworthy. So, my dear friends, so earth stretches all the way as far as sun and moon shine out. This also means from where UFOs come to our earth are also parts of the earth. Secondly, Parikshit ji wants to understand through symptoms and inferences. Manato lakshanatascha sarvam vijigyasami. That's what he says. He is right, because lakshana pramanabhyam vastu siddhi. Perfect knowledge comprises both. Characteristics are in the object and inference with us. We, Pramata, investigate Prameya. We do not investigate ourselves, neither through senses nor through mind. No one ever tried to discover whether he or she tastes like sweet nectar or sour or bitter or salty. You cannot lick, smell, hear to your own self. But knowledge of the external things are never valid without these two. The purpose of King's inquiry into this matter is for extra help in meditation, in his enlightenment. So geography and astronomy are the glories of sun and moon, the two eyes of the cosmic Virat, the cosmic beloved in the words of Swami Yogananda Paramahansa. Earth is feet, earth is his feet, air his breath, all beings are the cells, white cells and red cells in the body of Bhagavan Vasudeva, in the cosmic Virat. When your mind is refined enough to handle this gross form of Bhagavan, you transcend attachment and aversion, likings and dislikings, heat and cold, respect and insult. Then only you can penetrate the effulgent light of the formless absolute truth, the Brahman. And Shukdev Ji Maharaj continued, he said, of course, dear king, you want me to expound the celestial globe with Man and Lakshan. I will narrate it with all four. Okay? Four items. Nam, Roop, Praman and Lakshan. Then meditation is a lot easy and simple and deep. How? Start astral traveling with me, time tracking in the past, or get a helicopter and fly from Haridwar to upstream overlooking the holy Ganga, keep seeing, fly all the way to Rishikesh, to Devrayag, to Uttarkashi, to Gangotri, to Gomukh, to inaccessible regions of the Himalayas, and you will transcend all and expand into eternity of the divinity, my dear. This is meditation through esoteric geography. Similarly, you can meditate through time track. First, you study my book, 100 Enlightenment Making Techniques. Try some breath meditations. And those meditations are especially designed for flying and swimming occasions or meditations. Then do some time track. Start from 1 second and move to hour and day and week and month and year and yugas and chaturyugis and manvantaras and kalpas and parardhas. Then jump into the vast eternity of the timeless consciousness. Later you discover it is also breathless and weightless and egoless and bodiless too. Through name and form, you can move into nameless and formlessness. By transcending the object of modification and senses too, you enter the eternity. So now start sacred astral traveling, vacationing, or just get on the airplane. Be seated, fasten your seat belt on. I am taking you into a wonderful flight of physio-celestial Disneyland, my dear friends. I am your pilot. I am flying my airplane around Mount Meru. At present we are down below, south of the Golden Meru. My flight is a sheer adventure, far more adventure than U.S. bestseller author Richard Bach. It is far more fascinating than what he talks in a Jonathan Seagull or Illusion or Running for Safety. Now, look into the television screen in front of you. As you may look down, back, left and right, our plane is all see-through from both sides, except with bathrooms, okay? So, my dear friends, let us proceed. Please understand this point. You may remain suicidal. Your coming to India would be bogus. If you don't understand this point, otherwise, the whole purpose of reading Srimad
Bhagavatam or Gita or Upanishad or doing meditation or yoga in Haridwar may go in vain. For reading any of the spiritual literature, understanding this point is a must. So let us take an example. Please tell me, with the next generation, call the lands which have gone in Pakistan, Burma and Bangladesh and India. Can you call them? No, they will not. But there are thousands of people alive today, right under their very eyes. Peshawar and Lahore and Karachi and Dhaka and Rangoon and Singapore were parts of India, and Katakcharas and Hingalaj now in Pakistan were places of holy pilgrimage of the Hindus. Multan is a place now in Pakistan. Bhagavan Nrsimha incarnated to save child devotee Prahlad Ji Maharaj. And after the partition in 1947, they were lost into another culture which has no regard for the subtle vibrations, and the yogis had preserved up there since last thousands of years for the upliftment of human consciousness. Now their sanctity and spiritual vibrations are being destroyed day by day. Exactly the same way all the parts of the world accessible today by mankind were known as Bharatvarsha. May it be Italy, may it be Greece, may it be Moscow or Germany or Berlin or Paris. Paris was Perisorium, and Marseille was Marichialai, and Rome was Rome, and London was Londonium. So when you go in the past, the name is composed in Sanskrit words. So all people followed the Vedic culture, the Hindu culture. Their faith, their lifestyle were one and the same. All other dissecting and fragmenting opinions and religions and isms born today with separatistic attitude have been evolved on the ground of forgetfulness, ignorance of this point which I am presenting now as esoteric geography and intergalactic history. When there are conflicts between two states, we say, forget it, be broad-minded, both are two states of one country. When there is a battle between two countries, we calm them, telling them that both belong to the same one earth. Be a good citizen of the global village. When there will be fights between two planets, then how you will address it? You will be telling them both planets belong to the same one galaxy, and both are members of one Brahmanda. When there are bloodshed between two religions, you will have to quote Ekam Sat Vipra Bodha Vadanti. The absolute truth is one, sages call it by various names. If you do not try to understand this and go on boggling around with different belief systems, so you are a loser. Srimad Bhagavatam is the expansion of this one single truth which is not apart from you. Therefore, my dear friend, even if you are a communist, a Semitic, or whatever you are Christians and Muslims and Sufis, and falsify your esoteric geography at the cost of your own dark future. They may do so, but they cannot falsify our cosmic, broad, pious intention. The truth always comes out of pious intention, my dear friends. Pious intention, the people alone can hold the truth, and they can bear the truth, and